Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
So at this point, you guys had some homework.
Yes, sir.
The homework was on fractions. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to mark those fraction work first. That was skill 7. Skill 7 on fractions and fraction practice. So skill 7. The first answer is 1 and 1 over 6 or 7 over 6. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have to do the 1 or only the odd numbers? Okay. If one person says all, then I got it. Okay. 7 people saying it after that person doesn't make a difference. Okay. So if one person say all, it's fine. Alright. Skill 7. Number 2, 25 over 63. Number 3, 11 over 12. Number 4, 29 over 35. Number 5 is 16 over 55. Number 6 is 1 and 5 over 12 or 17 over 12. Skill 7, number 7 is 15 over 28. Number 8 is 31 over 56. Is that correct? Yes. Number 9 is 13 over 12 and 1 and 1 over 12. Number 10 is 19 over 24. Number 11 is 1 and 3 over 8 or 11 over 8. Number 12 is 13 over 12 or 1 and 1 over 12. Number 13 is 1 and 3 over 8 or 11 over 8. Number 14 is 1 and 2 over 15 or 17 over 15. Number 15 is 1 and 3 over 20 or 23 over 20. You had to do skill 8 as well, correct? In skill 8, the first answer is 11 over 20. Don't forget, this is coming in your exam. It's very important as well. Who is that girl that normally sit there? You're playing musical chairs. Why are you moving around like this? You want to feel how that seat is. Okay, nice. Skill 8, number 2, 17 over 40. Number 3 is 1 over 21. Number 4 is 4 over 35. Number 5 is 19 over 36. Number 6 is 1 over 18. Number 7 is 5 over 24. Number 8 is 1 over 22. Number 9 is 7 over 36. Number 10 is 1 over 20. Number 11 is 5 over 18. Didn't you do my work, Michael? You didn't do the work. Now the second time you didn't do the work. For the second time I'm seeing that you didn't do the work. Why didn't you do your work? Sorry? What should she have done if she didn't understand? Go watch the video. Sorry? Don't have to. You connect the school Wi-Fi. Then you download it before you go home. Easy. But you're making excuses now, unnecessary. Now write your name down here, Michael. I have to report you because it's now the second time. Not doing that. Okay. Number 12 is 5 over 9. Number 13 is half. Number 14 is a quarter. And number 15 is 3 over 22. Okay. I'm going to sign your books quickly so that we can see who does the homework and who doesn't. Okay, I'm going to pause the video at this point. Alright. At this point we check the homework, and most of the learners didn't do the homework. As indicated, you write an exam on this work, so if you are performing poorly, this is exactly the reason why. Okay? In future, my girl, you don't lie to me. Okay? Very disappointed in you. Now I can't trust you the next time you tell me something. Okay, so we're looking at skill 9 on page 35. Skill 9 on page 35. So we're still busy with fractions. Write down number 1. Okay. So there's many ways of doing this. Okay, you can add it without changing it into improper fractions. But what I'm going to do is I'm always going to change a mixed fraction to improper fraction. If I multiply, divide, add or subtract. I know some of you do it with working with mixed numbers. Okay? Since my answer, I always leave it in improper fraction. Okay? So I never convert to mixed numbers unless I'm asked to do so. Because of that being the case, I always convert things to improper fractions. And that is going to be the method I'm going to apply. We're going to convert this first to improper fraction. Okay? So what we do is we multiply the numerator, the denominator with the whole number, and then we add 5. So that's going to give you 12 over 7 plus 2 over 3. So what's my LCM here? How can it be 7? Can 3 go into 7? No. Now we count in multiples of 7. 7, 14. Can 3 go into 14? No. 21? Yes. So makes 21 my LCM. So this denominator was multiplied by 3. And this one was multiplied by 7. 12 times 3 is 36. 2 times 7 is 14. Okay? 36 plus 14 is what? 50. So it's 50 over 21, or that's going to give you 42. So it goes 2 and 8 over 22. That is acceptable already. Yes, Michael?
So I saw someone like in a video where I watched say 7 times 1 is plus
7?
7 times 1 is plus the 5.
Now what's 7 times 1?
7.
7. And 7 plus 5?
12.
12. And there I got 12. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
1 over 32. I got the same answer, just like a different way.
Or that's exactly the way I did it. Not a different way, it's the same way. Are you talking about that 12 there that I've highlighted?
Yes.
So I'm going to give you one to do quickly. And then we'll do the next one. We need to do skills 10 and 11 as well today. So we might go over into break. If we do, I'm sorry. As you know, we needed to check your homework now and all of those things. Okay? That's number 2. I'll give you a couple of minutes, 2 minutes to do that one quickly. Okay, you guys finish? Yes? Let's change this to improper. So I multiply and add. Multiply and add. So 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 is? So it's 12 over 5 plus. That's going to give you 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4. So what's my LCM between 5 and 4? 20. Who doesn't know we got 20? You all know we got 20? Okay. So multiply this by 4 to get 20. So I multiply it also by 4. That by 5. So 4 times 12 is 48. 65. And that's going to give you 113 over 20. If you want to write that in improper, in mixed fraction form, 20 goes into that 100, which is 5, and 13 over 20. Any confusion there? No. Yes? The second one, yes? The second fraction, 3 times 4. What's 3 times 4? 3, 6, 9, 12. And 12 plus 1 is? 12 plus 1 is 4. 13, and that's how I get 13. Does it make sense? Okay. It's number 3, followed by 5. And it goes straight into 6. 5. Alright, so let's look at number 5 quickly. I think we must do these sums together. Otherwise we are definitely going to use the whole break. So number 3, let's look at number 3. What needs to be done first here? You change to improper. So that's going to give you 20. 1 over 4 minus 2 over 3. What's the LCM here? 12. So you have to multiply this by 3. That's fine. What's 21 times 3? 63. Minus 8. What is 63 minus 8? 50? 5 over 2. Alright, you all understand? Now 12 goes into 48 4 times. So it's 5, 7. It's 7 over 4 and 7 over 2. Okay. Now we're looking at number 5. You got 7 multiplied by 9 over 9 and 1 over 3. So what do we do first? Change this to improper fraction. Multiply it. So it's 7 multiplied by 27 plus 1 is 28 over. So since we're multiplying fractions here, if I need to write 7 as a fraction, what would that be? 7 over 1. Okay. When you're multiplying or dividing, you don't find an LCM. So make a note there. When multiplying or dividing, we don't find an LCM. You only find an LCM or a LCM when we add or subtract. That's the only time you find an LCM. You guys understand? So we're going to multiply. So what we need to look for here is there any numerator or denominator that can cancel? Is there any numerator or denominator that can cancel there? 7 and 3. Is there anything that can go into 7 and 3 without remainder? No. 1 and 28? No. So there's no number that's going to cancel out there. Not so. So it will simply be a matter of fact of saying 28 multiplied by 7. 7 times 8 is 56. 14, 19. 196. Is that correct? Over 3. Okay. And how many times does 3 goes into 19? 15, 18 is 6 carry 1. 5 and 1 over 3. So 65 and 1 over 3. Okay. Any confusion? Okay. So look at number 6. To number 6. So what's the first thing we're going to do here? Change to improper fraction. Not so? So 4 times 4 times 5 is? Plus 1 is? Over 4 times. 3 times 3 is?
9.
Plus 2? 11 over? So we first change to improper fraction. Okay? What do we do thereafter? Cancel out. We find LCM. Didn't we say, what did we say with regards to LCM? When you're adding and subtracting, we'll find the LCM. So you're going to find for the common factors that goes into both. You can only look at numerator and denominator across the multiplication. Looking at 21 and 3, is there any number that can go into both without remainder? What number goes into both? 3.
7.
3. So 3 goes into 21. 7 times 3 going to 3 once. 4 and 11. Is there any number that can go into both? No. So 7 times 11 is 77 over. 4 times 1 is? How many times is 4 going to 77? 4 going to 7 once. Carry 3. 4 goes into 36 9 times. And 1 over 40. Okay, you all okay with that? Now the next one, you guys that weren't exposed to in primary school, some of you were, you can just let me know. Number 7. I left out number 4. Did you guys do this at primary school? You did it at primary school. Only one person. Everybody else in, and you. Okay. So we're going to make a note here. Okay? So write down the sum. Next to the sum, you write the following. Put a bullet there, a bullet point. This is the order in which we're going to solve the sum, or work the sum out, or calculate it. So number 1, we're going to change your mixed numbers to improper fractions. That's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to change our mixed numbers to improper fractions. Then we're going to change all division signs to multiplication signs. There's now the second bullet, no? We're going to change the division signs to multiplication signs. And swapping the fraction around that follows the division sign. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the division to multiplication, and then we'll swap the fraction that follows the division sign around. Third thing is we're going to cancel or simplify before we multiply. So we'll simplify the fractions before we multiply the fractions. Okay. So let's put that into play. Let's apply what we just wrote down. So what's the first thing we're going to do? Change the mixed numbers to improper. So do that quickly. Change the mixed numbers to improper fractions. Okay, so what do we have? 5 over 2 divided by 2 over 3. Okay. Now people, we can never cancel this out across a division sign. Never ever will we cancel like that across a division sign. Okay? We will never do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this to and then swap that around.
All White House members to report to the hall for a meeting in the hall at second break. And then Kyra Stevens, can you come to the office, please? Kyra Stevens, can you please report?
So when we do that, it will be 5 over 2 multiplied by 3 over 2. Okay. And that is the one thing that is very important when it comes to the division of fractions. Okay? Is there anything that can cancel out here? Is there a number that can simplify? No. So what do we do? Multiply. Okay, so simplify that sum for me quickly. So what's the answer there? 7 over 9. Sorry? 15 over 2. Or is that 7.5? Okay. You guys understand? So let's look at number 8. Number 8. So what's the first thing we need to do? Change to improper. So we multiply and add. Multiply and add. So what do we get? 7 times 5 is? Plus 5 is? Over? Divided by. 1 times 2 is? Plus 1 is? So it's 3 over? Okay. So what's the next step we need to do? Swap it around. Okay, so swap it around. Change this to multiplication. That gives you 40 over 7 multiplied by. Now what? Can we simplify? Is it something that can cancel it? Can 3 go into 40? Is there a number that can go into 782 without remainder other than 1? So what do we do now? We end up? Sorry? We multiply it. So what is 40 times 2? It's 80 over. The answer is or it can be written as 21 goes into 80 3 times. Okay? So it's going to be 63. 80 minus 63. It's going to be 17 over 21. Again, we don't need to write it in mixed form. I know some of you are in that habit, so I'll write it initially like that. You'll see later on when we start the algebra, we always leave it in here. Yes? You not multiply denominators. Okay, so you're all okay with this? Okay, let me just go back. Let me check there. Number 7. I hope it's going to take me till then. Yep. Yes, I made a mistake. Thank you. It's 15 over 4. There's going to be 3 and 3/4. So why did you correct me early on? You must have been sure. You only saw it now. Sorry about that. If I make a mistake, you must stop me and say where the mistake is.
So now we're going to look at skill. Skill 10. Let's look at skill 10. Comparing the sizes of fractions. That's going to do 2 out of this here. Then we're going to do the last thing, is finding the fractions of quantities. Okay. This is what happens if you guys waste my time and don't do your homework and stuff like that. Now everybody must suffer. Okay, so I'm going to do number 1 and 3. Just let me know if you don't understand. So comparing the sizes of fractions. They want to know which is the larger fraction. In other words, which fraction is bigger. Okay. So 5 over 9 or 9 over 11. Which one do you think is bigger? So you say 5 over 7. I think it's wrong. 9 over 11 is bigger. But it's not going to be fair just to guess. Not so. So what we do is we find something that is common in both fractions, so that we can do a fair comparison of what is actually happening. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the common denominator. We make the denominators the same. So between 7 and 11, what is your LCM? Can 7 go into 11? No. So now we're going to look at multiples of 11. Okay? 22, 7 can't go. She's quoting 77. No, you are right. 33? No. 44? No. 55? So 77 is the smallest number, the lowest common denominator, for which 7 and 11 can go into without a remainder. You all okay with that? Okay. LCM here is 77. So, how do I get from 7 to 77? You multiply it by 11. Which gives you 55. How do I get from 11 to 77? 3 times by 7. 9 times 7 is 63. So which one is greater? Therefore, 9 over 11 is greater than 5 over 7. Okay? We always look at the form that is given in. Okay? The next one, what is your LCM here? 99. Okay? How do I get from 11 to 99? Times it by? No. Your times it by? 11. So 9 times 4 is? 36 and 55. So which one is greater?
9 over 5.
Therefore 5 over 9 is greater than 4 over 9. Think I must do one more? What do you think? Yes, good. Let's do number 2. Yes, Michael? Yeah, because I want to find an LCM. That's why we multiply the number. Look at number 2. What is the LCM here? 72. You all okay with finding LCM, no? So it's going to be 72. So 9 multiplied by what is 72? 8. 8 multiplied by what is 72? Okay? So 8 times 8, 64. 9 times 7, 63. So which one is greater? 8 over 9. So therefore 8 over 9 is greater than 7 over. Okay. You all okay with that? Skill 11. It says find the fraction of quantities. Finding fraction of quantities. Sorry? You always also find nice man. I'm glad you came to our school. So now you're familiar with all these things. So you're going to get full marks in the exam. No? Am I right?
Yes.
Good. People, you guys are not going to perform in maths or do well in maths if you don't practice, you don't do the homework. You might have gotten a good mark in the previous test by not doing homework, but it's going to catch up to you. Okay? And when you hear people say maths is difficult and all that, then you ask them, did you do all the homework that was given to you? And I promise you, the answer is going to be no. So don't you guys fall in the same boat as those people who finds maths to be difficult, and because if you're not going to practice it, when we move on to the next topic, that problem will creep up again or creep in again to the new topic. So it will be an endless story until you actually solve or understand where you went wrong there. And the only way you're going to sort that out is by doing your homework. Right. People 2 over 5 of 5. In our normal operations, what do we replace of with? Multiplication. It's the same as multiplication. Not so. So 2/5 of 5 is the same as saying 2 over 5 multiplied by 5 over. So can we simplify it? Can we cancel out here? Yes. So we must simplify before we multiply. So 5 goes into 5 once. 5 into 5 once. 2 times 1 over 1, which is 2. Yes, Michael.
So I also learned this in our school.
Well done. I'm glad you learned this before.
5 divided by 5 times 2. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so that's also fine. So you're going with the 5 divided by 5 first and then times 2. It's absolutely correct. Let's look at 8. Sorry, number 3. This is the same as saying 5 over 8 multiplied by 24 over. It's 5 over 8 of 24 kilograms. So what number goes into both here? What number can go into 8 into 24? 8 goes into 8 once, 8 goes into 24? 3 times. Nothing else cancels. So 5 times 3 is 15 over 1, which is 15. Since that is kilograms, we give 15 kilograms. So 5/8 of 24 kilograms. 5/8 of 24 kilograms is 15 kilograms. Or in other words, if you take 24 kilograms and you divide it in 8 equal parts, and you take 5 of that 8 parts out, the measurement of those 5 parts is going to add up to 15 kilograms. Does it make sense? Okay. How much would each part be of that 8? So I take 24 kilograms and I divide that into 8 parts. 3 will be 3 kilograms per part. 5 by 3 is going to give you 1500. Does it make sense? Who doesn't understand? Who understands? So you don't understand, okay? So you must do another 2. So in number 2 we are given a quarter of 8. A quarter of 8. So what happens here? Quarter of 8. The half gets replaced with. So it's a quarter times 8 over. So what happens now? 4 going to 4 once, 4 going to 8. Twice. 1 times 2 is 2. Over 1 which is? You understand now, Michael?
So I've already done it in school. I understood it.
You understood it. Now why when I ask who understands and you didn't put up your hand? So now I thought you don't understand. But you lied to me earlier on as well, isn't it?
But you didn't let me see.
Did you lie to me earlier?
Yes,
Yes. So I don't know what's going on. Just do the last one quickly. The half gets replaced with multiplication. So it's 12 over. So 4 goes into 4 once, 4 going to 12. 3 times. 3 times 4 is? 3 times 3 is? 9 over 1 which is? Okay, you guys understand now?
Yes, sir.
Explain again.
For homework, and I'm going to check your homework tomorrow, okay? So now I must check your homework every day now. Every day, it's a lot of talking I must do and all of those things prior to getting into the work. Then we'll go again into break or after school or things like that. Okay, and the people that didn't do their homework, I must still keep you also in for a break. You can't count this break in because everybody's kept in because of you guys. Okay? For homework, I would like you guys to do skill 9. No, we did skill 9. No, we didn't do skill 9. I want you guys to do skills 9, 10 and 11. You do for me the odd numbers only. And this is on page 48. We have a new scribe who's taking the homework down. But you're the one that was complaining of the other scribe. Huh? So now you try and do a better job. Okay, so the job is yours now. Okay. So it's going to be skill. You must write this down. So later on you type it in the group. It's skill 9, 10 and 11, and this on page 48. You do for me the odd numbers only. Okay. Don't forget the people that didn't do their homework, I still owe you a break detention. Otherwise I'll try and keep you on a Friday after school. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon, class. Yes, Michael.